Welcome to the Soul Ascendancy channel. Today, we embark on a profound journey, one that delves deep into the art of mastering our internal world, where thought and reality become intertwined. I invite you to stay with us as we explore the immense power that resides within you. Before we continue, I ask you to engage with this video. Please comment 11 below and subscribe to the channel so that together we can begin to awaken the incredible potential that lies ahead. There's a profound truth woven into the fabric of both ancient wisdom and modern understanding. The power of creation lies within us. This concept resonates deeply when we reflect on the divine ability to call forth the invisible into the visible. It reminds us that the process of creation begins with a deep inner conviction, a vision that is not yet seen by the physical eyes, but is known by the Spirit. As it is written, "For we walk by faith, not by sight," 2 Corinthians 5. This is the essence of four-dimensional thinking. The ability to trust in what is unseen, to have faith in what exists beyond the sensory realm, and to call it into being, just as God spoke the world into existence. We too are endowed with the ability to shape our reality through the power of our thoughts and inner dialogue. Our vision, when rooted in faith, becomes the guiding light that leads us from the invisible to the visible. The transformation happens first in the mind and spirit, and then, like seeds, these thoughts sprout into the world we live in, manifesting our desires according to the strength of our belief. Imagine for a moment that everything you wish to experience, everything that you could ever desire, exists right now in this very moment. The essence of what we're about to explore lies within this simple, yet profound, realization in the realm of four-dimensional thinking. The boundary between what is internal and external begins to fade. Our inner dialogues, those quiet and intimate conversations that we have with ourselves, are not merely fleeting thoughts. They are the very threads that weave the fabric of the world around us. What we think, what we feel, and what we speak in the hidden chambers of our mind hold the power to shape both our inner and outer realities. In this transformative journey, we come to understand that creation is not about conjuring something out of nothing. Creation is the unveiling of what already exists, waiting in the invisible realms for us to bring it into the light. It is the process of realizing that everything you desire is already present in unseen, unmanifested form, and your thoughts, your feelings, your internal conversations act as the guiding force that brings it all into existence. Think of it as a path, one that leads to the realization of a reality that has always been, but only awaits your awareness to make it tangible. As you walk down this path, your thoughts and visions serve as a compass, guiding you to the life you are meant to experience. And this inner voice, the one that speaks not from the surface level of your daily concerns, but from a deeper place of harmony and abundance, is the voice of your higher self. It is the voice that reminds you that, in the realm of the fourth dimension, all things are possible. And this, my friends, is where the real power lies, understanding that by mastering your internal dialogue, you hold the key to creating the world around you. Neville Goddard, a master of these teachings, often spoke of how we must imitate the divine, how we must learn to call the invisible into being, just as God called forth the world from the void. He taught us that imagination is the gateway to manifestation, that by imagining what we desire, we are not fantasizing, but rather we are aligning with a higher truth. The invisible becomes visible through the act of belief, through the act of bringing what is unseen into our conscious reality. And this is the essence of four-dimensional thinking. To truly embrace this power, we must first understand that the invisible, the intangible, is just as real, if not more so than what we can see with our physical senses. All things exist in a potential state before they are manifested. The world you wish to create is already there, waiting for your recognition. Your imagination, fueled by your inner conversations, is the tool you use to bring this potential into the present. In this space, we learn to echo the divine act of creation, where what is invisible, what is thought of, is made visible and tangible. It is in the quiet moments, when we listen to our inner dialogue, that we unlock this potential. As Neville once said, many of us have experienced a moment when we saw an event before it happened. This is the power of four-dimensional thinking. The ability to see beyond the physical reality and tap into a dimension where time and space are not bound by the limitations of our senses. Life unfolds according to a divine plan, one that exists beyond the physical world. And as we align ourselves with this plan, we begin to perceive changes before they fully manifest in the material world. Our physical senses are incredibly powerful, but they also limit us. They often blind us to the invisible forces that shape our reality. To truly see the unseen, we must free ourselves from the confines of sensory perception. We must learn to focus our attention on the invisible, to feel it, to sense it, to live in it until it becomes as real as anything we can touch or see. This is where true manifestation begins. When we move beyond the surface of what is and begin to perceive the deeper truths that lie hidden beneath. For most of our lives, we have been conditioned to believe that our five senses define reality. But as we grow spiritually, there comes a moment when we begin to think independently. We begin to ask ourselves the profound questions. What do I really want? How do I want to live? It is in answering these questions that we uncover our deepest desires and begin to chart our unique path forward. We start to trust in our intuition, in our inner voice, which guides us to make decisions that may seem unconventional to others, but are deeply aligned with our soul's purpose. It is through this process of deep listening and connection with our higher self that we become aware of opportunities that others might miss. We begin to see the world through a new lens, one that is shaped not by past experiences or future anxieties, but by a clear vision of what we want to create. By embracing this four-dimensional thinking, we unlock a new way of living, a way that allows us to transcend the limitations of past and future and to live fully in the present moment. As we begin to affirm our desires, to see them as already done, we shift into a new state of mind. The external world may not change immediately, but our perception of it transforms. We no longer feel bound by external circumstances or the opinions of others. We begin to move through life with a sense of ease and grace, selecting the experiences that align with our inner vision, guided by our inner voice. Through this practice, we create a life that is truly our own, one that is shaped by our thoughts, our desires, and our inner dialogue. The journey of manifesting our desires is not always straightforward. There are moments when we encounter challenges, when circumstances seem to stand in the way of our dreams. So through the lens of four-dimensional thinking, we understand that these challenges are simply part of the process, stepping stones that lead us closer to our true vision. By continuing to align our thoughts and actions with our desires, we move closer to the life we want to create. Now let's consider an example. Imagine you've decided to embark on a new career. Now, what if you could experience the essence of that new career? Not in the future, but right now. What if you could step into that vision as if it were already true, as if it had already manifested in your life? This is where the magic of four-dimensional thinking comes into play. By immersing yourself fully in the vision of your desired reality, by feeling it with all your senses, you begin to bring it into existence. It is in this moment of deep immersion, when your mind and heart align with your desires, that the seeds of manifestation are planted. At this point, something profound happens. Even though the outer world may appear unchanged, something shifts within you. You begin to perceive subtle changes, feelings of inspiration, and new connections that seem to come out of nowhere. These connections, these unexpected encounters, are the bridge between your inner vision and the external reality you are creating. Through them, opportunities present themselves, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your dreams. It is in this space, where inner dialogue meets external reality, that the true magic of creation occurs. Imagine for a moment that everything you desire, everything you seek to create in your life, already exists. It's not a matter of waiting for it to appear, nor is it about waiting for some far-off time in the future to finally receive what you've asked for. Everything you need, everything you've ever dreamed of, exists right now, in the present moment. This may sound unbelievable, but it's the profound truth that lies at the heart of four-dimensional thinking. The key is to understand that all things, whether visible or invisible, are already here. What you need to do is learn how to perceive and align yourself with this truth. You must train your mind to see the invisible, to feel the presence of what has yet to manifest in the material world. When we speak of reality, we often think in terms of what we can see, touch, and measure. We rely on our five senses to define the world around us. But in the realm of four-dimensional thinking, we must free ourselves from these limitations. We must look beyond the physical world, beyond the visible, and open ourselves to a deeper perception. The first step is to believe that everything already exists in an invisible realm, and our job is to bring it into the physical world by recognizing it and aligning our thoughts with it. When we look at the world around us, we often only see what is in front of us. But in reality, the world is far more expansive than we could ever imagine. As you dive deeper into this way of thinking, you begin to realize that your inner world is not just a reflection of your external reality. It is the very thing that shapes it. Your thoughts, your inner conversations, and your assumptions about the world are not mere reflections of what has happened. They are the cause of what is happening and what will happen. Everything begins with a thought, and those thoughts have the power to shape your life in ways you may not yet fully understand. If you can learn to focus on the right inner conversations, on the right thoughts, then you will see how your outer world begins to align with your internal state. Imagine for a moment that you are about to step into a new chapter of your life, a new career, a new relationship, a new opportunity. In the world of four-dimensional thinking, you don't wait for the circumstances to line up in the physical world. Instead, you begin to experience the essence of this new chapter in your mind's eye, as if it's already happening. You immerse yourself in the feeling of what it would be like to live that life. You picture it so vividly that it becomes more real than anything you see around you. Your focus sharpens, and the world of the senses fades into the background. You are not distracted by external reality. Instead, you are fully present with the invisible, and you experience it as if it already exists in the here and now. This is where the power of concentration comes in. Concentration is the key to manifestation. When you concentrate on something with a deep sense of focus and purpose, you are creating a pathway for that thing to appear in your reality. But concentration is not just about focusing on your goals or desires. It's about aligning your internal conversations with the vision you are trying to manifest. If your inner dialogue is in harmony with what you wish to create, then your external world will start to reflect that alignment. This is a delicate dance between your inner state and the outer world, but it is a dance that is full of power. By consistently practicing this alignment, you will notice subtle changes in your reality. Changes that may seem small at first, but will eventually build into a massive transformation. Now, I want you to think about this. When someone doubts you, when someone says that you cannot achieve what you desire, that doubt has already been planted in your mind before it ever manifested externally. It may come in the form of a person's words, but before those words were spoken, there was an internal conversation within you. Perhaps you doubted your ability to succeed. Perhaps you questioned whether you were worthy of your dreams. These internal doubts are the seeds from which external doubt grows. If you want to change your reality, you must first change these inner conversations. You must replace doubt with certainty, fear with faith, and confusion with clarity. The moment you shift your internal dialogue, the external world will follow suit. Understanding this process is incredibly empowering. It means that you are not a victim of your circumstances. Instead, you are the creator of your reality. You are the architect of your life, and your thoughts are the tools with which you build it. You can choose to focus on what you want, and with consistent attention and dedication, you can manifest that desire into the physical world. It's not magic. It's a natural law of the universe. Thoughts shape reality. Inner conversations shape the world around you. As you begin to understand the power of this practice, you will notice that your world begins to shift. You will see that your external experiences reflect the changes that are happening within you. Your assumptions about the world, about yourself, and about your future are no longer just abstract thoughts. They are the blueprints that shape the course of your life. Every time you shift your inner dialogue, every time you align your thoughts with your desired reality, you are taking a step closer to creating the life you truly want. The power of four-dimensional thinking lies in the realization that everything exists now, in the present moment. You do not have to wait for things to change outside of you in order to create the life you desire. The change begins within. When you change your thoughts, your assumptions, and your inner conversations, your reality changes. It's not a matter of waiting for the world to conform to your desires. It's a matter of recognizing that your inner world is the key to unlocking your external reality. In this process, you must also learn to trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the power of your thoughts, and trust in the unseen forces that guide you. You must trust that the universe is responding to your inner conversations and that your desires are being brought to you in divine timing. This is not a process of forcing things into being. It's a process of allowing what already exists in the invisible realm to unfold in your life. It's a process of faith and surrender. As you embark on this journey of four-dimensional thinking, remember that you are not alone. You are part of a greater whole, a greater reality that is constantly unfolding. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, aligning with your thoughts and desires. All you have to do is tune into your inner voice, listen to your intuition, and follow the guidance that is available to you. The world you want to create is already here. It's just waiting for you to recognize it and bring it into your life. So, I encourage you to continue on this journey, to deepen your understanding of how your thoughts shape your reality, and to master the art of four-dimensional thinking. The more you practice this, the more you will see that the world around you is not a fixed, static reality. It is a reflection of your inner world, and it is constantly shifting in response to your thoughts and beliefs. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel Soul Ascendancy, and share it with others who may benefit from this understanding. Leave a comment below with the number 11 to let us know that you are part of this journey. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, keep manifesting your dreams and creating the life you desire. As we come to the closing of this journey, I invite you to pause and reflect on everything we've explored so far. The power of four-dimensional thinking is not a concept that is merely meant to be understood intellectually. It is meant to be lived. It's an approach to life that requires us to step beyond the limits of the five senses and to embrace the profound truth that our thoughts, assumptions, and inner dialogues shape the very fabric of our reality. It is a radical way of viewing the world, a perspective that demands not just belief but action, awareness, and, most importantly, trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the unseen forces that guide us, and trust in the divine intelligence that operates through us. Throughout this journey, we have come to understand that everything we experience externally is a reflection of what is happening within us. Every circumstance, every event, every conversation, and every relationship in our lives is the result of the inner conversations we've been having with ourselves. These inner dialogues are not just passive reflections of what's happening outside of us. They are the blueprint for what is yet to come. Our assumptions, our beliefs, and our thoughts are the seeds from which our reality grows. And just as a seed needs time to sprout and grow, so too do the changes we make within ourselves eventually manifest in the outer world. Why is this idea of four-dimensional thinking so significant? What gives it such profound power in our lives? The answer lies in a deeper understanding of our role in the world. We're not passive participants in the grand unfolding of our reality. We are active creators. This is one of the most transformative insights we can have. The realization that the external world is not some unchangeable, fixed structure that we must simply endure or adapt to. Instead, it is fluid, dynamic, and constantly shaped by the power of our consciousness. In every moment, you are not merely reacting to the circumstances around you. You are actively participating in the creation of your life, consciously or unconsciously. Each thought you have, every belief you hold, and each inner conversation you engage in sends a ripple through your internal world, which then echoes out into your external experiences. It's a continuous cycle. The internal shapes the external, and the external serves as a reflection of the internal. You are not a passive observer watching life unfold. You are the artist with the brush, painting each moment of your existence with every choice you make, every assumption you hold, and every thought you entertain. The external world, with all of its people, situations, and opportunities, is malleable. It is shaped by the power of your consciousness, your thoughts, and your beliefs. This is the essence of four-dimensional thinking. The understanding that all things exist in the invisible realm first and then manifest in the physical world. The world is not set in stone. It is not something that happens to you. It is something you're actively participating in, co-creating with the forces of your mind, your spirit, and the universe itself. The circumstances you encounter in life are not random or predestined. They are the result of the energy you project and the mental framework you operate from. Every assumption you make about the world, about yourself, and about what is possible in your life shapes your reality. The world responds to the energy you send out, and it is through this ongoing interaction between your inner world and the external reality that you have the power to sculpt your experiences. You are not simply receiving life's events and reacting to them. You are actively creating your experiences, manifesting desires, and shaping your destiny. Your power lies in your ability to align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your inner dialogue with the reality you wish to create. The more aware you become of this process, the more you realize how much control you have over your life and the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. This is the core principle of four-dimensional thinking. The profound understanding that everything already exists in the invisible realm, and it is through our thoughts, emotions, and internal dialogues that we bring these things into our visible physical reality. It is a shift in perception that holds immense power. When you start to consciously align your thoughts and inner state with your truest desires, you begin to experience the profound truth of this process. No longer will you see life as a series of random events or circumstances that happen to you. Instead, you begin to understand that the world you experience is not arbitrary. It is a direct, intricate reflection of what is unfolding within you. At first, this realization may seem subtle, but over time, it begins to take shape in the most extraordinary ways. You start to witness the influence of your thoughts and emotions on the reality around you. The people you encounter, the opportunities that arise, the challenges you face, they all reflect the energy and vibration of your inner world. In fact, what you are experiencing in the external world is a mirror image of what is taking place within you. This is not just some abstract concept. It is a tangible and powerful truth that you can begin to observe in your own life. Once you grasp this idea, a profound shift occurs. You no longer view yourself as a passive recipient of life's circumstances. No longer do you see yourself as a victim of fate or as someone who has to endure whatever comes their way. Instead, you step into a new level of awareness and empowerment. You begin to realize that the world is not something that happens to you. It is something that you actively create. Your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotional state all play a crucial role in crafting the experiences that manifest in your life. You hold the power to shape your reality. This shift in understanding is incredibly liberating. It takes away the feeling of being helpless or trapped in circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you recognize that through your consciousness, through the power of your thoughts and emotions, you can transform your world, your relationships, your career, and your entire experience of life by simply shifting your internal dialogue and realigning your mind with the desires of your heart. The possibilities are limitless once you realize that you are the creator of your reality. You are not subject to the whims of chance, but the conscious architect of the life you wish to lead. Creating the reality you desire is not a process that occurs overnight, nor is it a journey without challenges. It requires consistent effort, unwavering focus, and a deep commitment to nurturing the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that align with your vision. The world around you may seem to contradict your aspirations at times, and the external circumstances may not immediately reflect the changes you're striving to make internally. However, this is where true mastery lies, in the ability to remain steadfast and persistent even when the results are not immediately visible. The real power comes from staying focused on your vision, refusing to be swayed by temporary setbacks, and trusting that the external world is responding to the shifts taking place within you. It's important to remember that every time you affirm your desired outcome, every time you direct your attention and energy toward your vision, you are planting seeds of transformation. These seeds may not immediately sprout or bear fruit, but they are still being planted. The process of manifestation is much like the growth of a plant. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't immediately see the results. The seed requires time, care, and the right conditions to grow into something tangible. Similarly, your desires require time to take root in the invisible realm before they can emerge into the physical world. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the power you hold within yourself. You are not a passive observer of your reality. You are the creator of it. Every thought, every feeling, and every inner dialogue shapes the life you are living. As you continue on this journey of transformation, Remember that it is your unwavering focus, your trust in the process, and your dedication to your inner vision that will manifest your desires into the physical world. If you are ready to take control of your life, to harness the power of your consciousness, and to witness the profound changes that come from aligning your thoughts with your deepest desires, I encourage you to share this message with others. Let them know that they too can create the life they desire through the power of their inner world. Please, take a moment to comment 11 below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Soul Ascendancy channel. Together, we can continue this journey of growth and transformation. Thank you for being here, for watching, and for being a part of this incredible community. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep focusing on your inner vision. The life you desire is already on its way. Just as a gardener patiently tends to their plants, you must nurture your inner world, your thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations. It is in these subtle, internal shifts that the foundation for your external reality is built. The process may not be immediate, but the seeds you plant with every positive affirmation, every visualization, and every thought that aligns with your desires are slowly but surely growing. Your work is not to worry about the timing or rush the process. It is to remain consistent and trust in the unfolding of your dreams. Even in moments of doubt, or when things appear to be going in the opposite direction, trust that the seeds you've planted are working beneath the surface, silently preparing to sprout when the conditions are right. This journey is not just about creating reality you want. It's about deepening your trust in the process. As you stay focused on your inner vision, the more the external world will begin to mirror those changes. It's like tuning an instrument. The more you focus, the clearer the notes become, and eventually, the music of your desires starts to play in harmony with your external world. The more you believe, the more you trust in the power of your thoughts, and the more you focus on what you want, the quicker your external reality will begin to align with your inner vision. The world is always shifting, always responding to the energy you emit, and the changes you make within yourself ripple outward into the physical world. So, while it's crucial to acknowledge that this process requires time, patience, and persistence, it's also important to remember that it is always happening. The seeds of your desires are growing, and every moment that you maintain your focus, every time you align your thoughts with your deepest desires, you are accelerating the process of manifestation. You are actively creating the life you wish to experience. There will be moments when you feel doubt creeping in. There will be times when the world around you seems to be moving in the opposite direction of your desires. But in those moments, remember that doubt is simply a reflection of an internal conversation that is not in alignment with your vision. When you experience doubt, pause and ask yourself, what am I believing right now? What am I thinking about? Often, doubt arises when we allow our attention to shift away from our desired outcome and focus on what is happening in the physical world. But the physical world is not the end of the story. It is only a reflection of the invisible realm of thought, assumption, and belief. If you want to change your reality, you must first change your thoughts. If you want to experience something different, you must begin to imagine and believe it is already true, even if the world around you says otherwise. This process requires courage. It requires the courage to trust in the unseen and to believe in what is not yet visible to the physical senses. It requires the courage to step outside of the limitations of conventional thinking and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie beyond the confines of what we can see, touch, and measure. But with courage comes power, the power to create, to manifest, and to transform your life into something beyond your wildest dreams. When we speak of manifestation, we often think of it in terms of what we want to acquire: money, success, relationships, or possessions. But manifestation is about so much more than that. It's about aligning with the divine intelligence within you and bringing forth your highest potential. It's about creating a life that is in harmony with your soul's deepest desires and expressing that potential in the world. True manifestation goes beyond the material realm. It is the process of bringing your essence, your soul's purpose, and your deepest truth into the world. It is the act of becoming who you were always meant to be. And as you move through this process of manifestation, you begin to see that the external world is no longer something to be controlled or manipulated. Instead, it becomes a reflection of your inner state. The people you meet, the opportunities that come your way, and the circumstances that unfold are all in alignment with the vision you are creating. When you understand this, you realize that everything in your life is a reflection of your inner world, and that is incredibly liberating. You no longer feel trapped by the conditions of your life. You no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. You are the creator, the architect, and the master of your reality. But this process is not just about achieving specific outcomes or acquiring certain things. It's about the journey. It's about the continual process of becoming, of evolving, of aligning more and more with your deepest truth. As you grow in this understanding, you will find that your desires shift. What you once thought you wanted may no longer hold the same importance. The more you step into your true power, the more you realize that the external world is not the ultimate goal. It is simply a reflection of your inner state, a canvas upon which you paint the masterpiece of your life. True fulfillment comes not from what you acquire, but from who you become in the process. So, as we come to the end of this video, I invite you to reflect on what you've learned. I invite you to consider how you can begin to change your inner conversations, to align your thoughts and beliefs with the reality you want to create. Remember that everything already exists, that you are the creator of your reality, and that your inner world is the key to unlocking the life you desire. The journey is yours to create, and the power is within you. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to like this video. Share it with others who may benefit from this insight, and don't forget to leave a comment with the number 11 below. Let me know how this concept is shaping your reality, and what steps you are taking to align your inner world with the life you want to create. Subscribe to our channel, Soul Ascendancy, and join me on this journey of awakening, manifestation, and transformation. Thank you for being here. And remember, the world is yours to create. Until next time, take care, and may you continue to manifest the life you desire.